How much do we struggle to tell the truth or even to accept it? The Jews in today's gospel are having a hard time accepting the truth that Jesus is conveying to them. Of course, he tells the story of the widow in Zarephath, whom Elijah visited, and then Naaman the Syrian, who Elisha visited. And he worked miracles through both. The problem for them that is so scandalous, that is so troublesome, is that this widow and this Naaman the Syrian are not Jews. So why would God do any work for them? This is troublesome for them. They are the chosen. The Jews are the chosen people. And the fact that he would go to the Gentiles is scandalous. But the truth remains, and the truth is that God comes to serve not just the Jews, but everybody, the whole world, the whole universe, each and every one of us, certainly those who aren't Jews are included. And this, he does so with love, however. He's trying to shock them out of their preconceived notions of who he is and what he does. How often are we ourselves, because of some jarring truth, shocked out of our daily routine, our ideas that we have held on to, our own beliefs? And what helps to draw us into those truths that may be shocking, that helps us understand those ideas, these what seem to be newfangled ideas and beliefs, is love. St. Paul himself tells us love makes all the difference. In the second reading, sure, we can take people aside and beat them over the head with our dogma and our doctrine, bludgeon them with facts, but what good does it do? Does it really help to convert them if we do it without love? We as Catholics are thankful to have the fullness of truth that God has given us. And we can take great pride, I think in a healthy way, in having this privilege. But we also have the obligation to bring the truth to others, to help ourselves understand it and to help others understand it. And this we can do with love. It's a big difference between stating and shouting and out of anger, talking over matter of fact, and versus speaking about the same thing, but doing so out of a genuine love, a concern for God and for the other with whom we are discoursing. And this is a great time for these readings, especially right here, right now in Iowa, when tomorrow the world will be watching to see what kind of contribution we make to our political system. A system that has fallen into seeming disrepair. A perverted sense of political discourse, which seems like more often than not is nothing but mudslinging and name-calling. Not a generous exchange of ideas, one that lacks love in the discourse, that lacks the concern of others, lacks the love that we need to have for God and the love for others. We can think of any number of hot-button issues. Just to use briefly abortion as an example, it is an objective wrong indeed to murder an innocent child. unborn child. And we can say that, we can shout that as much as we want, and we can yell it and scream it. But when we do it with love, and people see that we have the love and the concern, that this concern comes from our God, and that we ourselves have this concern, then others will begin to be converted. Because we don't know what some of these people who are procuring abortions have been through. The woman may be abused and doesn't know where else to go. She may think she has no other options, and she's very confused. But when we approach her with loving concern and teach her that, yes, it is wrong to kill your unborn child, but that there are other options that you can explore and that we are willing to help you with, to care for you and for your child, then we are doing God's work. And we are all called to do God's work. The first reading tells us that Jeremiah was noted as a prophet, even in the womb, before he was born. And so are we. Even at our baptism, we are anointed as priest, prophet, and king. So we have an obligation to make known the truth to others, to help them understand it. It's not just abortion, it's all other issues. That we can have a discussion with someone and bring them to the truth, to the light of that truth. Help them understand it with a genuine love. Not just say, I'm doing this because I love you, and with some dopey grin on our face. They'll be able to smell it on us, so to speak, whether we truly love our God and whether we truly love them. Let's not fool anybody. Let us, out of love for our God, make known the truth of His saving grace, one that is of love from the moment of our creation, the love He has for us now as He holds us in existence, and the love that He seeks to remain with us, even at the end of our life, passing into the next. Whatever little truth, if we can call it that we can help others with to better understand, belongs to that ultimate truth, that we have a God who loves us, who wants nothing but the best for us. But we must be willing to receive this truth, to receive His love, and to reflect it back to Him and to others around us. And then we'll change the world. Then we'll change this nation so that it will be a nation, once again, that can be a shining beacon to all the world. A nation that not just proclaims that it believes in God, that it's a follower of Christ, but one that actually lives it out. Let us thank the Lord for the great gift of His love. And we turn now to the altar and thank Him for the great gift in this life that foreshadows the ultimate life that we will have with Him in the next, His very body and blood, that gives us a glimpse into that eternal life with Him, and the great love that He has for us to give us such a gift.